Hi everyone, welcome back to Jen's Hangout. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jen, and if you're returning, I love you guys so much. You know that. And if you see a nose pop in, that would be Orion. Coda has disappeared into I don't know where. Today, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment, say, hey, how's it going? Today is part 5 of our Declutter series, and we are going to start in on our eyeshadow palettes. So, let me grab a few, and we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to start with these, and then move through. First thing I'm going to start with, so I don't forget, is right now this is the Melt and Mariposa, I want to say, collab. This is the palette that is currently in my project pan, and she's beautiful, and I had never played with her, so I wanted to give her some love. So that one's staying, obviously, if it's in my project pan. There's going to be some changes to my project pan, but anyway, that'll be later. This is, I picked this up off of Mercari. This is the ColourPop Winnie the Pooh. If you guys don't know, not only am I obsessed with Alice in Wonderland, and as you guys know, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Winnie the Pooh. He was my second tattoo on my body. But anyway, so here it is. This is the Winnie the Pooh tattoo. This is the Winnie the Pooh ColourPop palette. So I'm not going to get rid of this because I had to fight to get this. Anyway, come here, Coda. Come here, baby girl. Come in here and hang out with Mom. Okay, so next is the IBY City Limits palette. I got this in a Fashionista box. I really loved that box. It was a great box. But when the whole COVID thing went down, they went down with it. But this is a really fantastic formula, fantastic company, indie brand, but this is a really great palette and it's easy to use. I love using this. So this one's going to stay. I'm not going to get rid of it. This I just got not that long ago from Sue, Glam Goat Sue. Hopefully I'll remember and I can put her channel down below. But this is a Pixie by Petra, and the only thing I've ever tried from Pixie is their Glow Tonic and a shimmer eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow similar to Stila. This is the Mixed Metals palette, and so I've never even tried it, and I won this from her in a giveaway. So I'm excited to give that some love. Now, as you guys know, if you've followed me for any length of time, I do the palette roulette, also known as the palette picker. And all of these palettes are in that wheel. But if I haven't gotten to them, I've been doing it for a year and a half now. No, a year now. I started last year. So I've been doing it for a year now, and granted it hasn't been super consistent because of surgeries and what have you. But I have a fair idea of, what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. So anyway, these two will get out of the way right away. These are the Halloween palettes from Nomad. This is this year's, the Ghost Town USA. This is not a limited edition. It is always in stock. And this is the last year's Haunted Europe. This is the 2022. This is the 2023. They are bringing this back for a limited time during spooky season. You heard me right, because they did announce it on their Instagram today. Not today that you're seeing this. This is, I don't even know what day it is. Saturday, like the 3rd, I think. But they will be bringing this back for a limited time. I highly recommend it. It is a stunning palette. The front is fun and playful, but look at that palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. And if you missed the first launch, there you go, because she sold out in a hurry. But like I said, you heard it here. They're bringing it back for a limited time. Probably because everybody's like, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Everybody wants it. Nomad Cosmetics is an indie brand that I absolutely adore. They're wonderful, wonderful, wonderful company. This is the Ghost Town USA, similar front. This is this last year's launch, and again, stunning, stunning palette. But like I said, this one, the Ghost Town USA, is not a limited edition, so you can go and use or get it, and you can use code, is it Christine10, I want to say, or code Debutante to get money off of Nomad palettes. Okay, this is Emily the Strange. This is from Vampire Cosmetics. I have a code with Vampire Cosmetics. If you want to try them, they are a wonderful company. Again, an indie brand. And this is the Nietzsche palette. Like I said, they're really a wonderful brand. I have yet to even use this palette. I really need to. But it has, who is Nietzsche? Their book palettes are fantastic. You'll see them later on. They have the Cthulhu series, Cthulhu Desserts, Cthulhu... Oh, they have two or three Cthulhu palettes. Can't remember. But, oh, come on. But this is, their formula is amazing. I just need to slap it on my face. This is the VH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil Rio edition. And this is all shimmers. I don't think I've ever used it. So this one is going to go bye-bye. BH Cosmetics doesn't exist anymore, so you can't get it. But I've had it for like 2.5 years and I've never reached for it. So it's time. It's just time. So she's going to go. These are from Alter Ego. These are Natasha Denona dupes. I'll try and remember which ones. Alter Ego is a great company. I know if you use the code HOTMESS10, I believe, you can save 10%. It's from Hot Mess Mama. But this is the bronze palette dupe. And the formula is great. My eyeshadow palette from last year's Project Pan was the dupe for the Metropolis palette. And it's a great palette. It was the Artemis palette. Other than the cream shadow, which everybody complained about it. It was a great palette. But anyway, this is staying. I like this palette. This is the Aurora palette. And I want to say this is a dupe for the Sunset. One's the Sunset, one's the Sunrise palette. So this might be the Sunrise palette. But beautiful, beautiful. And the formula is really good. And these are stout palettes, mind you. This is the Sahara. I think this is the Sunset one. The dupe for the Sunset. Oh, no, this is the dupe for the Biba palette. So, there you go. If you want a more everyday neutrals, this is the dupe for the Biba. Natasha Denona, by the way. If you didn't catch that to begin with. So, those are staying. Get a drink. Then I have Jeffree Star Androgyny. I have the dupe for this from C Color Cosmetics, but I have never used my Androgyny palette. I don't know why. But there's the Color Story. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I got it in a mystery box because I have the dupe. I know the Color Story and I know Jeffree's formula. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. So remember to check my Mercari. Okay. This isn't all of them, but this is a good portion of my ColourPop. We'll pull these out first. These are not ColourPops. This is a really beautiful Okolon palette. I hate getting it open. Have I even opened it? Oh my gosh, I have never even opened it. Okay, well that says it right there. I haven't even opened this palette. It's a really beautiful everyday palette, so this one's gonna go. Since I haven't even opened it, for crying out loud. These ones are dupes for the Too Faced. They still smell like vanilla. I love these. They're very well loved, very well used. Especially that one. This one still has the cover on it. It is my backup. And I am going to keep this one. So I'm going to take this off because I have a spare. I have a spare for this one somewhere. I can't remember where it is. But these are great palettes for, you know, tossing in the car. They really are. So I love these palettes. So they're staying. Now, this is the Alice in Wonderland palette. Lost in Wonderland. There you go. She's beautiful. She's not going anywhere. I was talking to Renee from Beauty and More with Renee, and I'm honestly, well, and I was talking to Joe, and I think what I'm going to do with all of my monochromatics, except for this one, is you can take all of these out, and this one. You can take all of these out of their packages, and you can put them in a Z palette. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I have several Z palettes. I also have the four level Z palette. I think that's what I'm going to do, and just make it more user friendly on me, because these are monochromatic and sometimes it's hard to make a cohesive look. This is the Blow and Smoke palette. Stunning palette. I love this palette. It performs so well. I have to figure out how difficult it will be to pop the shades out. And I almost wonder if you take the thing out, take the sticker off, if I can get it. I don't know, I'm going to have to play with it, but it almost feels like, well, maybe not. I don't know, I'm going to play with it. But that I just think that would make it so much easier to use, if that makes sense. This is the strawberry shortcake because I love them all. But I always end up pulling out like 4 of them, and I'll use one shade from this one shade from another one. And if they're all in one palette, it would be much easier to use. This is the strawberry shake. Stunning, stunning. Love them. They are just beautiful. So beautiful. Main squeeze. This is another on the pink side. Pinky red. So absolutely beautiful. And I think it would be more conducive to use. It's my pleasure. This is a great purple palette. If you don't have a purple palette and you just want one, just to have it, you know, so you have a purple if you need a purple, these are great. I know it doesn't look like I've used it, but I have. I just haven't used it a lot. Baby Got Peach. And there you go. I have used it. I just haven't taken the thing out of it. But, I mean, you know, it would just be so much easier. And then, aren't you glad? There you go. I don't think I've used this one. And honestly, and then I could just leave those in here. Because I don't do pressed glitters. I've had too many bad experiences with pressed glitters. They have shredded my skin. Shredded my face. Meant to be. I adore this palette. It is such a great green color story. It really, 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 really is. I mean, they're so pretty. And they're so, I mean, they're so worth getting.